get the cheapest sketchbook possible, and what you should try to do is get in the habit of just filling this thing with anything and everything. If it's just an observation, if it's a thought you had, or maybe it's even a complete comic idea. This is your resource, and the more you have in here, the more material you have to write a comic. When it came time to actually write a comic, I had that observation already written, and I knew that there was something I could pull out of there and turn into a comic. I took some notes about, the difference between a dog's nose and a human's nose. And I had these different things to pull from when I started writing. And again, I'm just trying to write something funny, something ironic I could say about it. And this was the result. This was the comic that started just from a note that said, dogs sniff everything. So this comic is actually a great example of the rule of three, which is a comedy writing tactic. Basically, we have the setup or the exposition, and then part one, part two used to basically create an expectation from the reader to create a pattern. And then the third one, that's where you hit them with something ironic. It's like, a dog's nose is remarkable. Dogs are really good at smelling. Noses are so sensitive. And then instead of saying something else about how good a dog can smell, the dog just smells pee. When I say punchline, you might not be writing comedy. You might be writing something, trying to render a different response, but you still need an exposition. You still need whatever information is needed to kind of render that response. So by punchline, it might not be laughing, it might be something different, but you want to try to get some kind of reaction from your reader. Don't try to work out comic ideas in your head. Get it on paper and then work it out as you're writing it. Do make sure your exposition and your setup are clear, and don't add unnecessary exposition. Personally, I'm okay if someone doesn't think the joke was funny, but what I try to really avoid is them not getting the joke because the exposition or the setup weren't clear. Do write to render a response. You want your reader to react in some way or another. And don't get lost in the process. Always step back, look at your comic, look at your idea with fresh eyes, and just don't get too deep into it that you don't know what you're doing. If you've liked this video, please subscribe to this channel. And if you want to learn more about me and my process, check out my online course at Domestika.